In this video, I'm going to talk about our Life Energy Coach certification program. Now, I've mentioned in another video that Shirley and I took 15 years to go through our own personal transformation, but part of our purpose is to help others go through that a heck of a lot more quickly. So our Life Energy Coach certification is a process that can be used by people who feel drawn to the idea of doing this kind of work and making the massive difference in people's lives that life energy coaching makes. Or it can be done by people who don't really necessarily feel that way in terms of it being part of their purpose, but who are passionate about discovering what their purpose is and delivering that in a powerful way for their own personal growth and for the service of humanity. So the transformation process is at the core of Life Energy Coach certification. It's a 30-week process, and the first 24 weeks of which will transform your energy with respect to how you feel about yourself. So that's the Love Yourself program. How you feel about money, so bringing you back into alignment with love. That's the Financial Freedom set of 6 modules or program. And then for the next 6 weeks, you're going to be going through the Know Yourself program, which transforms all of the blocks or barriers to your accessing your support from what I call your spiritual support team. So that's going to be transforming any consciousness that is not allowing access from those high frequency beings of light that are available to all of us, but who so few of us are able to access because of the belief system from this lifetime and also from the patterns that can get activated from the belief systems of our ancestors. So that starts creating a lot more synchronicity and a lot more what you might call magic in your life. Unusually cooperative situations with circumstances, the right people, that sort of thing. And then the next 6 weeks, so weeks 19 to 24, will be transforming all of the blocks and barriers in your consciousness and in your energy to your highest purpose, your life purpose revealing itself. You'll have probably some idea of what that is, but everyone has a unique and magnificent purpose that is usually way beyond what we could possibly imagine. As an example of that, my life purpose is to create these programs that transform people's energy. I had no concept of that growing up. It was something that only started to emerge in my 40s. And that's just a function of planetary energy and that sort of thing. For each individual, it's going to be different. Everyone's got their own gig. We're all here to help one another and to grow as part of that experience. So that's through week 24. And then the last 6 weeks of the program, once the person's purpose is starting to emerge and that clarity is being gained, it's about helping the person eliminate any blocks or barriers to embodying that purpose in a purpose-driven business very successfully. So those last 6 weeks are, and to some extent, business development. But your power comes from within. My role as your certification coach is really just to help get you out of your own way so that you can align with what some people call the flow or divine flow, as I would call it, where things are working very, very synchronistically for you and supporting you and bringing your work to the world in a way that's prosperous and joyful for you. And as your purpose starts to emerge, you'll find that it's very closely related with passion, the feeling of passion. You're going to start to feel a much more intense feeling of passion towards something, maybe something that you've always had some interest in, but not necessarily that deep depth of passion, or maybe something completely new, which you now realize that you are perfectly placed to contribute to the world. You will start to notice that your life experiences, while they may have appeared somewhat random and unconnected, what you've been experiencing as a child and as an adult, in the context of that purpose, it would all make perfect sense. There will be ways that you can use all those experiences, even the ones that you would have consciously wished you had not gone through. And in fact, often the deepest learning has come from those experiences. and a sense of perhaps compassion for others who are going through that sort of thing. So that may be something that's related to your purpose in one way or another. And in terms of implementing your purpose, that's something that's going to be guided from within you. But there are a couple of useful types of feedback that you would usefully pay attention to. One is synchronicity, when unusually cooperative events start happening. You know, the right person comes into your life at a certain time, you're in the right place at the right time, the circumstances are conspiring to support something that appears to be aligned for you. So synchronicity is one. Your physical body is also a supportive feedback mechanism. It has its own language. It would be important for you to pay attention to what's going on in your body, and if that's going to be a principal part of your feedback mechanism, that is likely to come up in those last 6 coaching sessions, how to interpret that. So you're going to be becoming someone who becomes aware of tools that you haven't been aware of previously and may have seen as blocks or barriers in the past. Now you're going to see them as collaborators and helpful in your delivering your life purpose to the world and growing as an individual as a result of that. So that's our Life Energy Coach certification summary. If you have any other questions about that, please put them in the box below or email us at coaching@lifeenergycoaching.com. I look forward to my next video, which will be helping you further to change your energy and love your life.